Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here to watch episode 5 of Interview with the Vampire. So, last episode we had a full episode of Claudia, our new member of our happy vampire family. Unfortunately, that is a facade, and everything quickly went to shit. She's quite the perfect mix of Lestat and Louis. She's a little bit more drawn to Louis because of their connection of being able to read each other's minds, and they also just, I think she has an affection for him because there's just such genuine love and affection from him. So she's responding in kind. But she also has a tinge of that bloodthirstiness that Lestat, adheres to. And so when that part of her comes out, it's certainly is sometimes more fun for her to be with Lestat. But not in the last one, because in the last scene, she accidentally killed her new boyfriend, and he behaved quite callously. But I think he also behaved callously because he was trying to teach her his way of existing, which has always been his issue, is that he has been surrounding himself with people who don't want to live exactly the same way that he does. And I'm thinking, even if he was around vampires that thought the same way that he does about humans, that he would not like them, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be about him. It's just how Lestat is. But we are going into a new Claudia era where she has just been through something truly traumatic as a vampire, not just as a human. She had trauma as a human, and she certainly has filtered her experiences through this lens of her diary in such a way that she's talking about these horrific things and like this, kind of nostalgic, idyllic language, but the reality of her life has been quite tragic. The way that she, her mom died in childbirth, and then her father, tossed her away to this aunt who used to beat her and abuse her. And then she died in a horrific way right in front of her, and she thought she was going to die, and then she got picked up by two horrific demon monsters who turned her into a demon monster who feeds on blood. Like, her life has been absolute shit if you think about it. But she's been, trying to filter it through the eyes of, 14, 15-year-old girl who now has the mind, sort of the mind of a 19-year-old, but still all the impulses of a 14, 15-year-old. And now she's gone through something traumatic as a vampire, which is the first for her, because nothing up to now, from when she was turned to the present, was traumatic for her in her thinking. This, however, was. And so she's been confronted with the reality of her existence, that I'm curious to see how she's going to deal with in this next episode. So, yeah. And how was that going to impact Lestat and Louis as well in their relationship? So, yeah. All right, I'm ready to watch the episode. Let's get into it.
With green vest, please no. Man with fat fingers, please stop. You had cigarettes. It's a kill list.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
In a teenager's handwriting.
The final words of her victims.
School teacher.
She had a period where she liked to
Guard
collect
your
her
heart.
victims' last
I'm
words.
trying to think of something
I get
more
it.
fucked up than this.
And how is your work any different? They will make their way to Dubai. They will scale the...
This is a fight that they've been having, huh? He doesn't like that he's allowing this interview to happen, or is deciding to publish this book. So this is a fight that he's been having with Louis about this decision that he doesn't agree with.
sides of this building, force their way inside, and paint the walls with his blood.
Ooh.
You are chronicling a suicide. Do not look down on Claudia. Look in the mirror.
He stuffs himself with both for days before he offers himself to me. Would you like to sample?
I'll wait till Dammit comes around again. I'm a savory man most days.
I care for him more than he cares for himself. And I wouldn't let you near my neck if you...
62.5 kilograms.
Louisiana's a
Messy.
closed record state.
And that means?
It means
Your words when it comes to Claudia.
She's in there because of you.
Ça suffit.
She ain't in there at all.
Voilà. Comme j'ai dit.
Her kill list.
Dear diary, am I gonna be a virgin every single time I do it? Won't my skin down there grow back like my hair does when I cut it?
Jesus.
That's dark. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. That's dark. Oh, man.
That would be something.
When he died. What an interesting last line. Go ahead and put it in your diary, girl. Not an intervention.
A whole lot of concern's been wasted on you these past months.
You ruined my...
All of it.
Them except maybe criminals burying bodies of their own. Never gonna forget what happened here. I
Yeah.
hate you both.
Where are
It was definitely a violation to read her diaries.
of town?
Show me. Now get out of my room!
So during a flood, the bodies are gonna come back. Oof. Yeah, a flood is going to fucking bring those bodies up.
Get what happened here.
All those bodies getting uncovered. There we go.
A recent unpleasantness in the ninth ward. The floaters. Trap 50 set. Fleet them. Or they
buddy.
still digging.
That's bad. That's so bad. Oh, buddy. You know, and I think the only thing that's actually probably saving them is that they have been in this town for such a long time now that they're staples of the community. You know, they're pillars of the community. Like, everybody in this town knows them. But that might be their downfall, too.
Oh?
Must have drowned in the hurricane. First words out of my mouth. A toe.
She's keeping trophies.
Hell, one poor woman was missing her left. Mama.
Is she about to kill one of these cops in here? Yeah, she's keeping trophies, so...
Where garbage collects, rats congregate, infection breed.
Oh, I'm getting ready for bed.
Excuse me, miss.
And he doesn't smell the dead body? That's crazy. I don't believe that. I'm so sorry. The amount of decomposition of that body in the closet, in the cabinet, he would be smelling that. He'd probably be smelling that outside the door, to be honest. Oh, I guess he's not dead. Never mind. He's still alive.
In 40 years from now, still little boys? How are you gonna fix it, huh? Which one of you gonna fuck me?
Oh,
Not
God.
my type. I like a fuller figure.
Stop.
She's being impossible.
Jesus, Lestat! Oh, God! That is how he would answer. Oh, my God. She's having a full meltdown, full crash out. Holy shit, Lestat.
No matter how much blood I give them, they just lie there gasping.
Because you are built like a bird. Because you are a mistake.
That's a crazy.
He treats us like shit and you take it. Why is that? And you, cruel as the devil ever made, to refuse me one love when you've got two.
Ooh. Ooh.
Following you, Uncle Les. You ain't been your careful self. He's gotten tired of us, Daddy Lou. The housewife and the mistake.
Oof. Just dropped the bomb in the middle of this living room.
I've been entertaining myself. I'm using my... I don't know if you remember.
Antoinette.
Oh. Not running away.
Don't run off. I know we made some...
Mistakes? I'd be sweeping floors, making dinners, nursing babies. Maybe I'd go to church. You think on that, son.
Oof.
I had no words for her. What words were there?
There really aren't.
It all happened so fast. I was trying to save you.
But it was more
All
about
vampires
her
are
and
born
him.
out of trauma.
No, what he wanted is he wanted a companion that thought and felt like him, and he thought he'd found someone. She was the epitome of his mistake of killing a human for pleasure, and he wanted to somehow use her to erase that. And of course, that doesn't matter because there's ego in that, you know? Like, he didn't make her... There's a part of him that didn't make her to save her. He made her for him. Because it was what he wanted, not with any consideration of what she wanted, which is a complete, you know, like, that's completely the truth, you know, and there's not really much he could say.
We made her out of remorse, out of selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
Poor dear. She wasn't held enough in between ritualistic murders.
She spent every night for half a decade with no friends.
A million books.
I won't have her exploited.
Won't matter what your intentions are. It's the world out there now. She's the single shooter, Xbox, mouth breather shit they crave.
You can put the diaries in a proper context.
Claudia Halloween costumes. Or a
That's
cool
true.
dismemberment trend amongst the suburban Sylvia Plath set. Once you put it out there, they decide what it is.
That is indeed true.
It can get away from you.
Paris?
No.
Yeah, not
We should
Paris.
dismantle her room.
You don't touch her room.
Just as I thought. A little thief. You're coming with me. Those things on campus.
Sir,
You can't read.
be serious.
I can't ride. This guy knows all the rules.
This is our school.
So he's a vampire.
As the Depression set in on the nation, I barricaded myself within the dilapidating walls of 1132 Rue Royale, educating myself from Lestat's library,
Not this
ignoring all other
raccoon.
duties of the role Claudia once mocked me for, the unhappy housewife.
Oh, buddy.
Flaubert's style is so dense.
Well, we are definitely depressed.
The Armstrong's in town tonight.
I've been here, so I
Maybe
get it.
Pelican. Should we make it a night of the two Louis?
The absence of metaphor.
Don't kill like a Bruce.
What do I kill like?
You kill like a...
Giving
like
him a new name?
killer.
Etiquette, huh?
Not the kind of book I'd read. Thanks, killer.
You are being rude.
Why'd you do that for?
Because you're gonna...
There are 4 pages torn out.
It's clear what happened.
And she wrote about it, and I'd like to read it.
No. Again.
This is messy.
The interview, if you are in...
That's where we at. That's where we at, I guess. A lot of emotions happening in this scene. Oh my God. It's tough because she probably wouldn't want anyone to read her diaries at all. So giving somebody else her diaries is also kind of a violation unless her last words were, make sure my story is known, take my diaries. This is kind of a violation. But it also is not good that you tore out the things that she thought and about how she felt about her experience. You don't want to censor her own words and her own feelings and how she wanted to express them in her diary. That's not right either. But I also understand his emotions about not wanting to ever share or have anyone see his daughter's assault written in her diary. That's fucking terrible. He also wants to try to erase. He can't erase the event from happening. He can't protect her from that. So tearing out the pages of it is part of his denial that it ever happened. And is the only way he can think of to try and erase that happened to his, beloved daughter. That's fucking terrible. There's a lot of emotions in this scene. And then he totally violates this man's trust, controlling his body and making it shake in the way that it did, which is emblematic of his illness, which is terrible. He also, the man, he knows, like, he gave that slap because he's like, whatever. What you gonna do? Kill me? Like, not a problem. He's not afraid of that. Or at least not in this way, in this instance. He also has his pride. Like, this is a messy scene. There's a lot happening here.
Still recording.
Oh, buddy.
In front of you. And unlike Claudia, I am a full-blooded adult. With all the right appendages.
He's not in love with his daughter. Sir.
Serve my considerable.
He just loves his daughter.
Squandered. 2 crime scenes, 7 deaths. Coroner's office report on my name.
Oh, buddy. This is a mess.
I'm sitting on the same balcony where you used to write. I spend time following Louis and Lestat now that I am my own woman. With no obvious sense of why I follow them, other than meaning slowly disintegrates without them. My companions in immortality.
You're one of the family.
To be Louis' sister.
She just came home.
Thank you.
Before you fuck off for good.
A quick stop to pick up Louis.
Ooh, taking him with you. Ooh.
I never asked. How did Charlie taste? Like the love you'll never really know?
And when he's scared, he ridicules.
Took it from her.
That's...
We cursed her.
Come with me. Come with me, Louis.
Louis!
His love is a small box he keeps you in. Don't stay in it.
1,000 nights of sulking, and the first sight of her, you were just gonna up and leave me!
Oh, buddy. Fucking mess.
We had it out. We just...
This was insane.
It was never you.
This is all bad.
Hateful lips.
This is...
Call me.
Anything for you.
Yeah, we dropping them. This is gonna suck. That's bad. That's so bad. That was crazy. Woo! The way the tension was like cultivated, I mean, it's been brewing the whole season up to now. But it's specifically in this episode, the way that they played with rising tension and then the explosion of that moment where Lestat fucking lost his shit and then beat the ever-living hell out of Louis. Oh, God. That was terrible. And you felt it. You felt how bad that was. That was all bad. All bad. Oh, buddy. They portrayed that perfectly. That, like, the way that it exploded, the way just anything set it off. And it was like this thing that they both kind of knew that their relationship, as it stood up to that point, was over. And obviously Lestat could see that there was some disconnect between them, but he very much refused to want to acknowledge it. And then Claudia came back and he just, again, couldn't control himself, quite literally. God, that scene of him dragging him out with his fingers in his throat was fucking crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, terrible. Woof. So that's where we are. We going into the final 2 episodes with that on us. Yeah. So, like I said, I know it's like such a conundrum when talking about that scene, like I said, of them editing out. Like, I, as an audience member, don't need to see it, but tearing out the pages of her diary of the words that she put down to express her experience, I think is also a kind of violation. She wanted to write down those words in the way that she did, but she also put that in her diary, which means that she probably didn't want anybody else to read them. You know? So, like, that's also a violation. Like, I don't want her to be exploited, but you kind of are. Like, your boy ain't wrong. You kind of already are. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. This is a messy series. And I like how dark and messy and emotional everything is. And you know, it's exactly what you want out of an Anne Rice adaptation. You know, you want that hard stuff that's like not easy to talk about, and you want the stuff that like lingers in your mind, you know, the horrors of it. Yeah, yeah. This is a good episode. It was tough and it was upsetting, but it was a good episode, you know. It was a very good episode. So, all right, we're going into the final 2 episodes of the season, the penultimate and the finale, because I do believe there's only like 7 episodes of season 1. It's a short series, which makes sense because the budget is crazy high, so I get it. Yeah, we're going into the last 2 episodes. I don't know what they're going to hold, but I assume it's, you know, going to be the start of the European arc. Or going to get to the point where we then go to Europe at the end of the season. We might set sail at the end of the season for the European arc. And the circus and all that. What, not circus, what was it? They were like a ballet troupe. I'm trying to remember exactly what they were, but they were like, you know, a theater troupe or whatever of vampires. It might not have been a circus. I was just thinking about circus earlier, and that's why I said it. But I'm pretty sure it was like a ballet troupe or something that they fell into over in Europe, and that whole thing. Again, it has been a very long time since I last read these books. Please understand that there will be things I do not remember. Like, there's stuff I do not remember. So I'm partially approaching this show like with some of the big moments that I remember, and then some stuff that I definitely do not. But I'm excited to see where we go and how they portray it, and if I start to remember more stuff as we go along. I really like the way that they are expressing these characters on screen, and the difficultness and the darkness, the discussion about you know, happiness. What does it take to be happy? And the way that none of them, not a single one of them, truly knows what it takes. And maybe none of us do. Like, I don't know what it takes for me to be happy. I know that there's things in my life that are not optimal for myself as well. And I can't tell you if anybody ever truly finds the perfect happiness that they're looking for. But I can tell you right now that none of these 3 characters have found it. Not together and not alone. And it'll be interesting to see where they go in the pursuit of that. Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and leave it there, I think, for now. That was just such an intense episode. I don't know what to say. I might have more thoughts in the next one, but I'm going to watch that in another day. This is going to be kind of the final episode of the night for me. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Go on over to Patreon if you're interested in full-length or early access to this show, as well as other shows I have on my channel. We'll be wrapping up the season and then starting season 2. I truly do not know when season 3 is going to drop, but I'm hoping that I will be able to get through the recordings before then so that I can watch it in real time with the rest of you. And I will start to release these hopefully I will start to release these soon on my Patreon, and then I'll probably do a combination for YouTube. Instead of single episodes, I'll probably do like, I don't know, two videos a season, maybe, you know, bunch them together, rather than doing an episode by episode release weekly, you know. This is the kind of series that I think I would probably do that better. Those kind of videos would do better. So just is what it is. But all right, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter.